You. What is up? What is up? Where my camera at? Which one I'm looking at? All right. Welcome back, man. We are back. This is Bluminati, man. Blues House Live. Um, just me today. Gonna do something real quick, real easy. Just me today. Go over some things. Because it's been a hell of a weekend I had last weekend. I'm still recovering, still a little tired. But all my original partners, the players. We got Kobe doing big things right now, so I'm gonna give him a little break. Mika doing big things. Shout out to them both. I just want to get a little bit of news out for this week. We will be back, though. We coming back. Don't worry about it. We coming back. But I do want to give out a little, you know what I'm saying, just a little news, talk a little noise while I got y'all here. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all know what to do. Still working on merch, man. Y'all like my shirt? This is a little Marvel hoodie right here, man. Trying to work on some merch to get out to the people, man, and things of that nature. But where do we want to start at? Where y'all want to start at, man? Where do y'all want to start at? I say let's start with let's do this. Boom, Black Panther 2 original plot details. So it would seems the Black Panther director has come out and said what he was going to do if Chadwick was still alive. Which you know how we already feel about the recast thing, but I ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, if Chad was still alive, big salute, big shout out to Chad, man. This is he's come out and said these are the things that he would want to do. This is coming from, we got this cover. It said Black Panther director shares details on the original plans for a T'Challa-led sequel. As a sequel to one of the highest grossing films of all time and a huge cultural phenomenon, as well as the first superhero blockbuster to land in the Academy Award nomination. That's right, Black Panther did that, man. For Best Picture, the second installment of the MCU's Black Panther franchise was under immense pressure as it was. Unfortunately, things took a tragic turn when we lost the big homie Chadwick Boseman. He passed away from colon cancer, leading to the entire project to be set on pause as the cast, crew, and the creative team, they grieved. And instantly the iconic grieved for the instantly iconic T'Challa actor. Eventually, director Ryan Coogler, shout out to Cougs, picked up the pieces and plowed forward, and we're only weeks away from the release of Wakanda Forever. So, as y'all know, Wakanda Forever comes out November the 11th, I want to say. It's been an incredibly challenging and emotional time for everyone involved, but based on the footage we've seen so far, it looks as though Black Panther 2 is more than poised to live up to the lofty benchmark set by its predecessor. That doesn't mean fans haven't pondered what the film could have looked like if Chadwick Boseman was still with us. Coogler divulged the direction of the title hero's arc during an interview with the Hollywood Reporter. He said the script we wrote before Chadwick passed was very much rooted in T'Challa's perspective. It was a massive movie, but also simultaneously a character study to develop deeply into his psyche and situation. Man, I would have loved to see that. Man, I would have loved to see T'Challa's psyche and just a character study on him. Like how we got all them character studies of Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, Ant-Man, everybody else. This is the only, we ain't shit. No character study. Nothing. But it is what it is. With the world builder having been taken care of in the first chapter, the original version of Black Panther 2 sounds like it would have challenged T'Challa as both a person, a ruler, and as a superhero. And that's what you want to see, man. You want to see somebody who's been placed in this upper echelon of royalty and superhero magnificence to actually have flaws and how he would deal with things. Remember when we last saw T'Challa in the original Black Panther movie, he had just opened up Wakanda to the world. Then for 5 years he was gone, and now he's dead. Right, just died out of the blue. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. As it stands, Wakanda Forever faces a tough balancing act to propel the mythology forward while paying tribute to the late and beloved Boseman. We're confident that Coogler's follow-up will deliver the goods. And the thing is, I believe Coog, Nate Moore, and everybody involved are putting their best foot forward in this film. And I think this film probably going to be spectacular, a phenomenal film. But it will be missing that one key element, T'Challa. I mean, It's his story. It's T'Challa's story. It's not the story of Black Panther. It's the story of T'Challa. Like in the comics, all the source material, anything. It's T'Challa's story. And that's, is what it is on that. So with us saying that, and the reason, because, people are mad about the recast. Like, why he wasn't recast? I won't say mad, but people are indifferent. People want to know what's going on, right? Especially when we have things like this happening, right? Marvel recast Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. That's a weird one. That is weird to me. We know William Hurt passed away from prostate cancer, if I believe. Hey man, please, young men, women, but I'm talking to the men right now. Go get yourself checked. Prostate, go get your colon checked. Go get all that checked, because Chadwick passed at a very young age from colon cancer. William Hurt, I don't know how old William Hurt was right off the top of my head, but he passed from prostate cancer. Go and try and see if we can detect these things early, right? Go get your exam done, man. I don't want to see nobody passing away from something that could be preventable. So go and get your exams done, man. But this is coming from Fandom Wire. This says, is he not as important as Chadwick? Harrison Ford replacing the late William Hurt as General Ross leaves internet split. Fans ask why Black Panther shouldn't be recast too. And that's what I'm saying. Like, shouldn't he be recast too? You know what I'm saying? Is he not as important? Because this kind of looks crazy to me, because it's like T'Challa, who is way more important than the secondary or the third string role of Thunderbolt Ross, who is important in the Hulk franchise. Don't get me wrong, but in the MCU as a whole, he is not that important, right? He's not that important, but they recast him, which means that he was important enough the way he needed a recast. So now people are looking at it like, well, shit, was T'Challa not important enough to need a recast? I mean, shit. You know what I mean? Like, only the most, might be the most important character, or could have been the most important character, especially like what I just talked about, Academy Awards, $1 billion franchise, you know what I'm saying, $1 billion movie. The matter of fact, the highest grossing. Well, at that time, it was the highest grossing superhero film at that time. Sounds important to me. I don't know, man. It says, it always hurts when someone you love dearly departs from this world into beyond. No matter how or when it happens, it isn't easy. One such time for all fans of MCU when we wipe our tears when we heard the news of Chadwick, which we just talked about. He passed away 28th of August in 2020 in Los Angeles, California, after his battle with colon cancer. Then again, fans were left heartbroken after William Hurt, who played General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross in MCU, passed away 13th of March 2022 due to suffering from prostate cancer. Like I said, man, please go get yourselves checked. After William Hurt's passing, Marvel Studios decided to bring Harrison Ford in to play Thaddeus Ross in the upcoming Captain America New World Order and Thunderbolts movie. But fans are asking questions specifically about the whereabouts of an actor that can carry Chadwick Boseman's legacy. They asked, where's the replacement to Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther? After a recent tweet made by a reliable source, we have confirmation that Harrison Ford, who played Han Solo in the Star Wars franchise, and Indiana Jones and Indiana Jones franchise, is all set to take the late William Hurt's place as Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. So yeah, we found this out. This was right after, was it Comic-Con that the rumor started spreading? And they actually didn't want to put this out because they knew if this came out, this would overshadow Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones project that he has coming to us. You know what I'm saying? So they did not want this out. But, I ain't even got my light on. My bad. Excuse me, y'all. Let me light up the situation. I just hate I got that glare on top of my head, man. I hate that. You know what I can do about that? Let me see. I think I'm gonna just have that glare. I think because of my light up top. Anyway, The news has brought about a wave of emotions from the MCU from the MCU fandom. People are happy to finally take a side release as it's been relieved. The role of the iconic characters is in capable hands, but many are also quick to ask the most obvious questions. Where's the replacement for Chadwick Boseman? Yes, where's the replacement? And what's Marvel's reasoning? The exact reason why Chadwick Boseman had not been replaced by any other actor in the industry to play Black Panther, it's still unknown. I mean, they've come out and said, "Oh, we don't believe anybody is capable enough to do what Chadwick did. He's such an iconic character, and it's Chadwick's character." And no disrespect to Chadwick, but it's not Chadwick's character. And as an actor, most actors want to be able to carry on the legacy that their fellow brother put out. Me, myself, I'm an actor. And I'm up to the task of doing as a team member, that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You want to put your own stamp on things, right? You had Jack Nicholson play Joker. You think Heath Ledger was like, nah, I don't want to play Joker because he already did it good enough? Like, nah, man. Like, you have to give how do you get the next great actor or the next great interpretation of that character? By recasting. How do you make that legacy live on? By recasting. I seen somebody say that T'Challa and Black Panther should be damn near synonymous how 007 is done, right? 007, they always get a British actor to come in, recast, redo it, keep it pushing. Somebody said that they should always get a new talented Black actor to come in and keep that legacy alive, keep it pushing. You don't destroy, because to me it's like you say, "Oh, I want to honor your legacy," and I've been building this building. Let's say I'm an architect, right? And I pass away early, premature, whatever. And they say, "Oh, well, this is how we're going to continue his legacy. We're going to destroy his building and just put a plaque up right there." Like, nah, bro, finish my building. You know what I'm saying? Finish what I'm building. That's how you continue my legacy. If I didn't finish that, let me hire somebody to finish it for me. Then dedicate that to me. I'm finishing this building in honor of. Come on, it just sounds silly to me. The excuses that they use, it just sounds silly, man. So we'll still have to wait and see what transpires with Harrison Ford inclusion into the MCU. Also, Harrison Ford is old. I don't know why. If this is true, they're saying that it is true. But if it's true, Harrison Ford is old, man. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all see him when he was in Star Wars? I don't even know why he's trying to do this Indiana Jones movie. He can barely, you know what I'm saying? He can't keep up, barely walking and moving and stuff like that. He's up in age, and I don't know why you would cast. You know what I'm saying? You can go and get a, you know what I'm saying, 50-year-old dude, 50, 55, 60-year-old guy to, play Thunderbolt Ross, but an older, it's baffling to me, man. It's just baffling. I don't know, but I guess it's just about money. It's money, man. I don't know. Salute to Harrison Ford, though. Hope everything works out for him and his role in the MCU. And we're just going to keep it pushing because we got more MCU news because they just don't stop, right? So what's up next do we have? This is crazy. Sacha Baron is Mephisto? What? Sacha Baron is Mephisto. Where is that at? Man, do I not have that up? Here we go. Sacha Baron is Mephisto. Marvel Insider corroborates report Sacha Baron Cohen will play the MCU's Mephisto. A source close to Marvel Studios, Ironheart claims Sacha Baron Cohen will indeed portray demonic supervillain Mephisto in the upcoming series. That's right, Barat. Barat is going to be Mephisto. So I've seen online people saying Marvel and MCU right now, they're on some kind of comedy binge roll type situation. I don't know what's going on over there in the House of Ideas with the MCU and Marvel and stuff, but quit it. Thor: Love and Thunder, horrible film, bad. I know some people like it. That's cool if you liked it. I think it was a horrible film. They tried to incorporate too much humor into it. Then we come into She-Hulk. Horrible. Just I don't even know what to call that. The writing was just bad. Had nothing was funny in it. Every joke that they tried, it missed. I don't know where they were shooting, what their aim was, but it did not hit. Right now, we're coming in with Sacha Cohen. Now, I've seen Sacha Cohen do some serious roles. I think he might be able to. Now, I'm looking at when Tim Curry played the Darkness in Legend. And if you never seen that movie, go check that out. It was Tim Curry, Tom Cruise, but he played, I want to say the character's name was the Darkness. Big devil-looking dude, big horns, and Tim Curry knocked that out the park, right? Tim Curry, who can do both comedic and, you know what I'm saying, dramatic roles. I think we give Sacha Cohen the chance. Hopefully, this Mephisto isn't just real. Because the thing is, Mephisto in the comics he's, you know what I'm saying, he can be comedic, but I think it's time for them to push past that. I think, you know what I'm saying, not saying anything is wrong with comedy, but to me, it's time. When are you going to be doing comedic stuff, or are you going to be trying to be more, I won't say serious, but you know what I'm saying, more grounded? Like, come on, Marvel. Deadline cites an unnamed source close to the production who claims that Baron Cohen's portrayal of the demonic supervillain is currently a topic of discussion on the set. The outlet also alleges that Baron Cohen has been sighted in the same area of Pinewood Studios reserved for Marvel Studios projects. Despite mounting evidence that Baron Cohen will play Mephisto, it's worth noting that Marvel Studios is still yet to publicly comment on whether the English actor and comedian has joined the Ironheart cast. And you know, the running gag for a long time was the whole Mephisto thing. Like, is it Mephisto? So, you know, I say we give it a chance. We give him a shot. I think he can do some things. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, open up the character, have some drama and some comedy laced with it, interlaced, but not overboard with the comedy. Because I think that's what killed a lot of things. Going overboard with the comedy. There's no need for it. No need. No need at all. All right. So, what do we do? We're going to keep it pushing like this. Boom. Creed 3 dropped its trailer. Let's do a little background on Creed 3 real quick. That's why I just ain't got nothing up ready to go. So Creed 3, we see Michael B. Jordan. He's coming back as Adonis Creed or Adonis Johnson. And he's set to face off against Kang the Conqueror himself, Jonathan Majors in this Creed 3 trailer. Adonis Creed is back. If you thought his last fight was personal, you haven't seen anything yet, is what they're saying. MGM has dropped the first trailer for Creed 3. It's clear that this is no longer a Rocky spinoff, and now this is completely Michael B. Jordan's franchise vehicle, which I'm cool with that. I do think they could have bowed out Rocky a little bit more gracefully in this film. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a quick cameo to where he actually, you know what I'm saying, is saying, all right, I'm done, kid. It's all on you. You know what I'm saying? But either way, we find Adonis has conquered the boxing world and is living his best life until a face from his past reemerges. Damien, a childhood friend and former boxing prodigy who has been released after 18 years in prison. He wants to pursue his dream of boxing, and Adonis agrees to help him, but it's clear Damien has anger issues and a grudge. Creed is left with little choice but to face off against his brother in the ring, putting everything on the line to settle the personal score. This movie will come out March 3rd, 2023, and it marks Jordan's feature film directorial debut. Shout out to that, Michael B. Jordan. Do your thing, bro. It stars Tessa Thompson, Felicia Rashad, Wood Harris, Lauren Monti as Victor Drago. So, okay, he coming back. Who was not seen in the trailer but confirmed to be in the film. The film's poster features the tagline, "You can't run from your past." As we know, Sylvester Stallone does not appear in this film, which seems to be a deliberate move to have Adonis Creed move out from under Rocky's shadow because of the film's time jump. We don't know if Rocky's still alive, although we suspect that there may be more of an explanation of why he doesn't appear. So that, I mean, if they come up with a good reason of why he doesn't appear, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I am cool with that. Plus, I'm pretty sure he was off making the Samaritan. Shout out to Sylvester Stallone, man. All right. But yeah, so let's get into this trailer, man. Let me see if I can bring this up. Let's get into this trailer. Let's get into this trailer. I wish it was a way for I know he's dead. I think that fresh out the clink. I gotta hit the gym, man. I gotta hit the gym, boy. You see that? I'm about to look good. At first, I thought he was gonna be like Double A. I Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm with it. I am with it. That looks good to me, man. I'm a fan. Been a fan since I was introduced to Rocky by my older brother. Man, I remember we used to just watch Rocky anytime it played on TV, back to back to back. They would do the marathons. Um, I know them. I know some of them damn near line for line. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how much back in the day we. You know what I'm saying? You grow up in the '80s, '90s. You was watching Rocky, man. You was watching Rocky. So it's dope to see the torch be passed on over to Michael B. Jordan, and the way that they flipped this story with this, you know, with Creed and everything. So this is dope. 3/3/23. That's when it comes out. I'm gonna be in line to watch it. You know what I'm saying? So why not? Why not? Salute. Y'all go and watch that. All right. I just want to talk a little. This next one. Next thing I want to talk about is uh 5 horror remakes that we didn't need. I came across this while putting this show together. I just want to run through it real quick, like, and talk about some of these. You know what I'm saying? Because we are still in the 31 days of horror. That's right. Still in 31 days of horror. So I want to talk about a couple of these. And this is from Fandom Wire. Like I said, I just found this um, while making it. So let's go through them. It's just going to be real quick. I'll tell you if I agree, if I don't agree. I think it's only like 5 of them. So horrible reboots that they say we didn't need. The Nightmare on Elm Street, the 2010 version. Their explanation is there's several things you might think about when you think of Nightmare on Elm Street films: the gloved hand, the iconic red and green jumper, his scarred face, and of course the man, the legend himself, Robert Englund. True indeed. But by the time this reboot came out, Englund considered himself too old to continue playing that part and passed it on. The responsibility falling to Jackie Early, Jackie Earl Haley of Rorschach fame. The reboot tried to walk the fine line of reinventing itself while trying to be different enough from the source material to warrant its creation, and ended up being too different from the original and not good enough on its own right. I 100% agree. We did not need any of this garbage. This was trash, man. This was horrible. This was just bad. Look at this. That ain't Fred. That ain't Fred Cougar, man. You can't. My thing is, I don't even know, and I know I was just talking about recasting T'Challa. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You have to find somebody who's got that charisma, that has that can pass that juice on. I'm not saying you can't recast. I'm not saying you can't, but you have to find that Robert Englund, because he made Fred who it was, right? So you have to find somebody who wants to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So keep it pushing. Friday the 13th, the 2009 version. Their explanation is the original Friday the 13th films weren't exactly Oscar-worthy, with the basic premise being that extremely annoyed Jason running around and murdering his way through some unsuspecting and usually undeserving victims before being vanquished, kind of. Somehow the reboot managed to mess that up, making mistake after mistake and ruining the character even more than Jason X did. In the time when horror reboots are the end thing, there's still no new noise about whether another Jason film will come about, and it's largely because of this attempt. I have to disagree. This 2009 Friday the 13th version was dope. This was like Stalker Jason in the woods, just handling business. I don't know what movie he watched. I watched a good Friday the 13th movie. I was waiting on a sequel. I wanted a sequel. Did you see Jason pull up the bow and arrow, Rambo style, and take dude out like half a... Come on, man. He was showing all his Boy Scout skills in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Everything that he learned from the camp, he showed it. You know what I'm saying? I thought this was dope. Him crawling, you know what I'm saying? Like, another thing too, people always wondered how Jason got around so fast. They came up with the perfect explanation. He got tunnels up under the camp. If it's a tunnel system underneath the camp, that's how he was able to just be from, you know what I'm saying? Seemed like he was at two places at once, because he could move fast up under with those tunnels and stuff. So I thought it was dope, man. So I do not agree. Give me more Jason. And Jason X was dope too. That was, when I hear Jason X, I think of like Jason Ninja, you know what I'm saying, with superpowers and shit. That was dope. Fuck that. Next up, Halloween 2007 version. I think this is the Rob Zombie. Yeah. At this point, we sat through multiple different iterations of the nefarious masked killer. However, it's almost inarguable that this is the worst version. Resurrected by Rob Zombie, the horror reboot tried its best to introduce new and exciting concepts to Michael and the surrounding world. The biggest being more fleshed out childhood, first-hand experience of what happened to make him the way he ended up. But this was met with large-scale pushback from fans who felt dehumanizing Michael took away the terrifying aspect of his character. They weren't wrong on, let's not even mention Abomination that was this film's sequel. I'm 50-50 with this, because I don't know if they've seen what just came out this past week and a half ago. So I go 50-50. I thought it was, I enjoyed looking at like the him growing up and stuff like that. I thought that was cool. I was cool on the sequel. We didn't need the sequel. But it's Rob Zombie, and I thought Rob Zombie was trying to infuse something. And if it didn't work with the fans, it didn't work with the fans. I totally 100% understand. But I'm on the fence with this. Carrie 2013. This stars Chloe Grace Moretz as the titular character. Carrie, the film follows largely the same idea as first, but as any unwanted horror reboot, it forgets what exactly made the original not only so good, but what made it considered one of the most watched Stephen King films. There's numerous reasons why this didn't work, be it the lackluster direction, poor performances, or the fact it just was unnerving or scary at all. This is a horror reboot that was not only unneeded, but may have well been so bad that we may not have to sit through another botched remake anytime soon. This was just, to me, damn near line for line. Couple of these reboots were just line for line, taken from the original, put a new coat of paint on and call it a day. But no, it wasn't scary, because we've seen this already. It's hard. Horror has a hard time of doing things, especially with reboots, right? Because it's hard to retell that story again when it's not scary. Carrie 2013 was not scary, right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't scary because we saw it already. Plus, it was just as gory, you know what I'm saying? They tried to make it like the original was just, to me, was too pretty of a film. So, nah. Old Boy 2015. I saw this. I don't know why this on here. Their explanation is, we're pushing the limits of the definition of horror movie here, but the original Old Boy by Park Chan-wook is a Korean cult classic with the horrifying story playing out bit by bit, drawing the audience in as Dae-soo tries to unravel the question which he already has answers to. Even the goriest, most disgusting films out there will struggle to shock and disgust you in the same way as this. The 2015 American remake strips away all the nuanced mystery and genuine horror from the story, turning it to just another American stylized, less substance version of a truly fantastic film. If you ever give an opportunity between which one to watch the original. I can agree with this. This was just more of the star power. You had Josh Brolin, Samuel L. Jackson. I forgot who else. I watched it like one time. No need for a rewatch, but I agree with this. So yeah, we didn't need that one. So that was 5 horror remakes that we didn't need. I agree with 2, on the fence with 1, and disagree with the other 2. So, what was it, 2? Yeah. So there we go. Boom, boom. Is what it is. Let's keep it moving. What we got next up? On to DC news. Yes, indeed. On to DC news. Walter Hamada quits Warner Brothers Discovery. And this might not be big news to anybody. But if you've been following this story, then you know that it's big news. We have the shakeup over there, Warner Brothers Discovery, that happened, after the buyout. You have the new CEO, Zaslav, going around just nixing, cutting everything. Especially everybody got up into a frenzy when he said, "Nope, we're not dropping that horrible Batgirl film." Everybody got wild with it. But it is what it is. And now we have this. Fans of the so-called DCE, informal name for the shared cinematic universe of DC films, have become its de facto moniker, are celebrating the departure of executive Walter Hamada. They're celebrating that this dude is leaving. It's official. Hamada is officially no longer president of DC Films at the helm of the role since 2018. What's more is he is also exiting Warner Brothers completely after being with the company for the last 15 years, according to Deadline. This all comes with the regime change at the company thanks to the newly minted CEO, David Zaslav. And as part of the newly merged company, Warner Brothers Discovery, before the change of leadership was finalized over the summer, Hamada had re-upped his contract in 2021, which is supposed to keep him installed as a DC Films president through 2023. Hamada has been a name not favored amongst DC movie fans, particularly those who are loyal to director Zack Snyder. Y'all got to get over that. Yeah, I know Snyder came and he started something and it was huge, it was big, you know what I'm saying? But we got to get past the Zack Snyder. If y'all want DC films to work, y'all have to get past Snyder. Y'all got to. He passed it. He gone on to Netflix. Y'all got to get past Zack Snyder. There's a different reasons for that, including the actor Ray Fisher, who portrayed Cyborg in 2017's Justice League. In 2021, Zack Snyder's Justice League has accused Hamada of sweeping alleged toxic on-set behavior from his subordinates, which caused distress to Fisher and others under the rug. Fisher has continued to ask Hamada for an apology despite the regime change. It also has long been speculated that Hamada is one who is personally responsible for abandoning Snyder's vision for overseeing a planned universe of DC films, including a Cyborg solo movie. Henry Cavill has long been a fan favorite of Superman, probably the greatest Superman of all time, ever since he played it in the film Man of Steel. Now, an article from the Hollywood Reporter has all but confirmed Hamada, the one responsible for halting Cavill's return to the DCEU, despite Black Adam star and producer Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson lobbying DC for Cavill's comeback for years. So that's crazy to me, too. How would you want to keep something special like that? You got Henry Cavill as Superman. You pushed him away. That makes no sense. I don't know what was going on. I don't know. So now somebody wrote, "Hallelujah, Walter Hamada is no longer the president of DC Films." This is Henry Cavill's comeback as Superman was a caption one fan wrote alongside a gif of people applauding. Like, they celebrated that this dude is gone, man. I can keep going on and on. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Snyderverse people are really happy with it, but even Gal Gadot came out and said, "Started my day with a smile." I don't know if that's in relation to that. The Wonder Woman star made a Twitter post saying, you know what I'm saying, starting the day with a smile. That's crazy. I think they just happy bro is gone. You know what I'm saying? And new regime in, and maybe they can get back to work, and maybe they can actually put out good product, make some things good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm rooting for DC. You know what I'm saying? I love Marvel, but Marvel has been, and the reason why I think Marvel is on the decline is because they don't have competition. So I need DC to step up to be competitive, and so Marvel will actually be looking over their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Looking over their shoulder like, oh shit, DC they coming up. They coming up. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Competition makes for innovation, right? You won't innovate if you're not competing with anybody, because you're just gonna keep doing the same things. So that's how I look at it. So let's keep going. What we got? Almost done. I think it's the last one. What we got? Oh man, the Black Adam reviews. Okay, I rock with it. Black Adam. They're here. This one thing I don't like about the reviews. You know, when the embargo is up, these critics. I don't know who pays these critics, but they give. And I hate to go back to see. Let me do this first. It says Black Adam reviews praise Dwayne Johnson and criticize everything else. The reviews for Black Adam are in, and while the critics enjoyed Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson take on a DC anti-hero, everything else disappointed. Dwayne Johnson's long in development superhero movie is finally here, while some reviewers have praised the adventure as a breath of fresh air for Warner Brothers Discovery beleaguered DCEU. Many aren't sold on Black Adam. CBR's own Greg Katzman notes that while he expects the movie to satisfy fans, he was also aware the critics would likely be unimpressed. For critics, some things will stand out: an uncompelling villain, a mostly formulaic story, an all too familiar third act. Most audiences, however, will likely enjoy Black Adam as pure popcorn entertainment, Kasman wrote. Despite these points, he also praises Johnson in the leader role, noting that he brings just enough motion and empathy into the character and works well alongside Justice Society of America standouts Hawkman, Aldous Hodge. Shout out to Aldous Hodge and Dr. Fate, Pierce Brosnan. Other critics weren't pleased. As many insist the movie is another disappointing installment in DCEU franchise. Writing for Rolling Stone, David Fear similarly praised Johnson's performance, but lamented the movie's underdeveloped supporting characters, clash in tone, and at times incoherent writing. These sentiments were shared by IndieWire's David Ulrich, who describes Black Adam as a safe, predictable superhero story that doesn't do enough with its edgy protagonist. In contrast, Hollywood Reporter critic John DeFore was more generous, specifying that Johnson's DCEU debut does an effective job of setting up future chapters that could leave audiences unfamiliar with the source material high and dry with the sparse script. Ahead of the film's global premiere, Black Adam's Rotten Tomato scores indication of many other reviewers' thoughts, and at the time of writing, it currently holds a critic score of 55%, one of DCEU's weakest to date. Now, myself, I don't care about the critic score. The critics gave She-Hulk, I think, in the 90s, which would make it one of the greatest shows of all time. The audience score, on the other hand, shows what type of show that was. It was not a good show. So when I hear critics say, oh, this was bad, yada, 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 I don't listen to the critics. You know what I'm saying? I know they got a job to do, but I think a lot of critics are bought, paid, whatever, because what is the, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you looking for? I seen one critic say that, oh, they didn't do enough of the things that's going on in the Middle East. What? Who, you know what I'm saying? Not who cares, but Black Adam is from Kandark. I want you to get on a map and show me in the Middle East where Kandark is. Oh, that's right, you can't, because it's a made up place. Why do we have to throw politics into a fictional place? Kandark ain't real. It's fictional. And you want politics to be represented in a fictional place? Come on, man. We gotta, like, these new critics, and that's what I'm calling these new critics, don't know how to enjoy a movie. And I don't think they know how to critique or what they're critiquing. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm gonna go see it, see if it's good, if it's enjoyable. That's what they should say. This was an enjoyable film. Did you enjoy the film? Yes, I enjoyed it. Now here's my gripes, right? Because that's what I want to hear. Well, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? But this comes out this Friday. You know what I'm saying? Some with early previews on Thursday. Come on, critics, y'all got to do better. And with that being said, also Black Adam is now eyeing a 60 million opening. After initial estimates had Black Adam seeking 70 million plus, new estimates have the film opening at 60 million. Early in the month, tracking Black Adam had Dwayne The Rock Johnson led flicks looking at 70 million opening with the potential to go even higher. Now, following less than stellar reviews, it looked like those estimates have dwindled a bit. Box office experts currently have Black Adam on track for 60 million. I don't think regular people care about the critics. Because who's going to read about these critics other than me? Somebody who kind of nerd out over stuff like this. I don't think regular Joe. I know kids, older millennials who grew up off of The Rock and wrestling and stuff like that. They're going to see The Rock. You know what I mean? People who just like The Rock from Fast and Furious and all the other films that he's done, they're going to go see The Rock regardless. So I don't think it's going to hurt them. In the pandemic era, that's not necessarily a bad number. However, Black Adam is said to have cost $195 million to produce. With such a healthy price tag, Black Adam will need legs at the box office and hope that word of mouth among audiences is better. While that is still higher than 2021 The Suicide Squad, which opened to $26 million while simultaneously debuting on HBO Max, is far behind the Batman's $134 million opening. That film, of course, featured one of DC's most famous characters, the Caped Crusader. Black Adam does not have the same advantage, though. But what Black Adam does have is The Rock, and I think they can make a successful film. I think they will make their money back if they come in at 60, 65. I think they do it because we also have to look at what's going to happen worldwide. They say it's could clear 135 million worldwide. I don't know if that's including the 70 or the 60 million domestically, but I think DC fans want to see DC work. I think Marvel fans, and I don't even know if there's like some kind of Crip and Blood gangbang thing going on between Marvel and DC fans. I grew up reading both. I mean, I lean more towards Marvel, but I grew up reading both when I could. So I think if you're a superhero movie watcher, I think you're going to go watch it. If you're a fan of The Rock, I think you're going to go watch it. I think kids like The Rock. They're going to go watch it. So families, you know what I'm saying? I heard this isn't the most family-friendly movie. It's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more edgier. But I think they put together a good product. And if it's enjoyable and people can go see it again, double, triple, and the way Rock has been pushing it, hearing Henry Cavill is back as Superman in this movie, I think this works. So that is that, man. That is that. I appreciate everybody joining me. This was me by myself, Blues House Live. Everybody, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we are out. Peace.